Okay. So we're going to talk about some sequel movie announcements. One that came out today, the other that came out, the news came out yesterday. And that is we have sequel news for not only um, K-pop Demon Hunters, which to the shock of no one after how much it blew up, yeah, I'm not shocked it's getting a sequel. Then we have the announcement we had the trailer today of Sisu 2, which is going to be called Road to Revenge. Sisu was one of my favorite movies of 2023, so it's really cool to see it get a sequel. But at the same time, and same with K-pop, and I'm going to say something a little heretical. Do we need a sequel for these movies? I feel like both Sisu and K-pop Demon Hunters really kind of told us, I knew we were going to get a sequel of K-pop Demon Hunters after seeing it blow up as much as it did. So it didn't shock me in the smallest. So that didn't surprise me at all. But I was kind of of the mindset of can we just enjoy the one thing? Can we just enjoy the one movie and not have it be a franchise? It's my same thing with Sisu, is that I feel like Sisu was just a solid open close movie, like the first John Wick, where it was this didn't need to be a franchise, but you knew after how big it blew up, you knew it was going to be big. I'll give it credit though. It is nice to see a franchise from outside of the US, especially from somewhere like Finland, get a lot of love. So yeah, but at the same time, I'm also of the mindset of Sisu pretty much told its story open shut. I feel like if we do a sequel, it just kind of it doesn't need not everything needs to be a franchise. So yeah, I again Sisu more aggressively, because I feel does Sisu need it? And then I watched the trailer and I was it looks really cool, but now you run into the thing. It's good. I guess I'll talk about Sisu first, because that the trailer came out today. My thing with Sisu is that again, now seeing all the cool shit in the trailer, but now if they get a third movie, they have to constantly outdo themselves. That's one of the problem with action movies, and not to say anything bad about action movies, but when you do cool out there wild shit with a movie like Sisu, and then you have to top it, you have to keep topping yourself. That's why the Fast and Furious franchise is so out of control, because you have to top yourself every film. That's so, and I don't know if Sisu has the kind of budget to continuously outdo itself. I mean, it was very clear in this trailer, I will say, that they very much balloon the budget to a higher level. So I will give them that. But yeah, Sisu in and of itself is now you have to top yourself. I will say it was a shock. Goddamn chair. I will say it was a total shock to see Stephen Lang as the villain, because the story is Stephen Lang plays the Russian general who killed Sisu's Koshai. The character's name is Koshai. His family. He's the one who ordered his family's execution, and now he's been ordered by what's his name? Everyone said he should play the Joker. Shit. He's one of those you know his face kind of look. He's been in Rob Zombie movies and stuff like that. But yeah, he basically orders him, hey, and also where it's the end of the war, and Koshai is now in Russia. Go clean up your mess, and it leads to the two of them in a conflict. It's always cool to see Stephen Lang in films, either as a hero or a villain. So this should be fun. So yeah, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm what happens if this does well and this gets a third one? How are you going to top yourself from there, right? And I'm not saying it's bad. And I'm not saying, keep in mind, I am in no way, shape, or form trying to say, it's a bad idea to do this. I'm just saying, now you've kind of put yourself in a trap, and hopefully you can keep going I know, it's very clear they want to make this the Finnish John Wick in World War II. So we'll see what happens. We will legit see what happens in the near future with great interest. So moving on, I guess we'll talk about K-pop Demon Hunters. Like I said, K-pop Demon Hunters had a very open shut story, and I don't feel like we needed it, but I knew this one. I was I knew this was going to happen. I knew that after the theatrical release and sing-along theatrical release, it was like, oh yeah, so Sony and Netflix just saw dollar signs. And it's funny too, because they literally threw, because it's funny because K-pop Demon Hunters was literally thrown to the wolves in order to like just thrown to Netflix. Like that, it was just thrown as an afterthought to Netflix for all intents and purposes. And now it's blown up, and now Sony and Netflix, especially Netflix, are like, oh, we can make this a franchise now. So yeah. But what can you do with a K-pop Demon Hunters Part 2? That's the big question, is like, what can you really do with a K-pop Demon Hunters 2? The obvious answer is we talk about Rumi's father. Like they talked about like she's half demon, and they didn't really go too deep into it. So now it's time to like talk about Rumi's father, parents, and how they met, and is Rumi's father still alive? Is he a villain? Is he something else? That's what I feel like is the logical choice. Like that has to be the logical choice no matter what, is that Rumi's father is going to be the center point. I feel like that's the real only target to really focus on. Yeah. Now, the other thing is too is like, are you going to make Rumi's father like a villain? Are you going to make him like kind of sorrowful? Are you going to show more complexity of the demon realm? Because remember, they killed the Demon King in the demon realm at the end of the film. So now it would be kind of cool if like there's now like this kind of like power struggle in the demon realm, and Rumi's father's kind of in on that, but where he stands on that is kind of unknown. That's what I would do. The other thing is too, would we bring back Chinu? I kind of think his sacrifice would be belittled if they brought him back. I really do feel like if they brought him back, it would just kind of belittle his sacrifice, and also for Rumi's character. So I say keep him dead, but you got to bring back Derpy. Like there's no other ifs, ands, or buts. You have got to 100% bring back Derpy for this sequel. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you other than, yeah, bring back Derpy. And keep Chinu dead. Again, I'm not saying he was a bad character. I'm just saying like it would belittle the sacrifice he made had he, if they bring him back just for the love interest. And I also don't think they need like the demon Huntrix as a whole don't need love interests. They can be badass bitches on their own. Like yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd combine these two. Because it's funny, like two films that I feel like didn't need sequels are getting sequels, so I figured I'd just combine the two into one video. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of both Sisu's trailer and your thoughts on it, and also the announcement for K-pop Demon Hunters. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? What are you guys hoping for the plot of K-pop Demon Hunters Part 2? And also, are you guys excited for Sisu 2 as well? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.